Do 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 da 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 do da 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 do do da do do. Let's take a walk on the wild side and talk about love. I've got a feeling that our hearts could fit like a glove. There's no time to waste with so much joy to share. Now's the time for haste, for you to show how much you care. Hello, everybody. We're really glad that you could join us today. Welcome to Saturday Jazz. My name is Diane Nalini, and I'm joined, of course, as always, by my husband, Adrian Cho. And today we know it's been a really hard week, right? And we were. It's funny, we were hesitating. I was telling Adrian I wasn't sure I was in the right headspace to actually do a live stream today. And then we thought about it, and we thought, why don't we celebrate the beauty of the music that has been composed and created by African Americans and Afro-Cubans and people who have fought for racial equality through the decades, through the civil rights movement. And there's so much of that repertoire, there's so much of that music, we can't possibly do it all justice in just a half-hour show. So we picked a few of our favorites, and we're going to play those for you today. So thank you so much for being with us here as we come together to support each other and to play music for hope. You were going to talk about this first song a little bit.
Sure. So this first song is a song that was written by Duke Ellington. The song is called "I Like the Sunrise." Just wait a sec. Yeah, the song is. Sorry about that. The song is called.
Adrian has a little controller on
Sunrise.
his phone.
I left it on the table over there.
Oh, that's all right.
And this was written as part of a suite that Ellington wrote, and he was actually commissioned to write this suite by Liberia, and it was to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Liberia. So this was in 1947. And those of you who are fans of the Ottawa Jazz Orchestra perhaps may have been at one of the very first big concerts I did here in Ottawa. So this is way back in 2006. And we played this whole suite, the Liberian suite. And so this song, "I Like the Sunrise," is from that suite. And it's a song basically about hope. It's a song about that even though there will always be hard times and hardship, that the sun will always rise the next day, and that it brings hope.
Yes, and I had the pleasure of singing this with the Ottawa Jazz Orchestra when we did a program of music by Ellington and Strayhorn a couple of years ago as well. But we're going to do a really pared down version of this right now. It's just the two of us. Do you want to count this one in? I like the sunrise, 'cause it brings a new day. I like a new day. It brings new hope, they say. I like the sunrise, blazing in a new sky. Nighttime is weary, oh, and so am I. Every evening I wish upon a star that my brand new bright tomorrow isn't very far, that heavy blue curtain of night is raised up high, way out of sight. I like the sunrise, blazing in a new day. I like the sunrise, it brings new hope, they say. Upon a star that my brand new bright tomorrow isn't very far, that heavy blue curtain of night be raised up high, way out of sight. I like the sunrise, so heavenly to see. I like the sunrise, I hope it likes poor me.
Such a powerful, powerful, meaningful song.
Yes. And, now we're going to do a song by Thelonious Monk. And this is one of his most famous compositions. And it's called Round Midnight. Do you want to tell the audience a bit about some of the shows that you've done of Monk and Mingus and such?
Yeah. So one of the things that we've done with the Ottawa Jazz Orchestra over the years is really to highlight a lot of this music, which is music that was written and performed mostly by black musicians, and for many of them, they were trying to highlight the injustices and the way that they were treated, and you know, the history of jazz is interesting because I mean, jazz is fundamentally a fusion of black and white music and a lot of other cultures as well, but it's really a very democratic and a music, an art form that is so much about freedom and so much about dialogue. Like all the time when we are performing as musicians, that's what is going on. We have so much freedom in the music, and there's a lot of conversation that goes on, and that's just so important. And so over the years we've done so many shows where we have highlighted this music and you know, the music of such composers and musicians as Ellington and Monk and many others, and it's just such significant music. And yes, it is American music for the most part, but the messages are very universal.
Yes. So this is the beautiful piece "Round Midnight" by Thelonious Monk. It begins to tell round midnight. I do pretty well till after sundown. Supper time, I'm feeling sad, but it really gets bad round midnight. Memories always start round midnight, round midnight. Haven't got the heart to stand those memories when my heart is still with you. And old midnight knows it too. When some quarrel we had needs mending, does it mean that our love is ending? Darling, I need you. Lately I find you're out of my arms and I'm out of my mind. Let our love take wing. Some midnight, round midnight. Let the angels sing for your returning. Let our love be safe and sound when old midnight comes around. So da da papa twee, papa twee, dalio papa da putwee, da da twee. Shabo ba do ya do do twee, da twee, da twee. Papa da da ya do papwee, da twee, do twee, do twee, do twee, da do. Da papa pwee, da do twee, da do twee, do twee. Ba twee, do twee, da do you da. Bob da liu ba 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 da dwe do do dwe do do dwe do do dwe da da ba do dwe da dwe da da dwe da do ya da dwe ya ba ba dwe do dwe do dwe. When some quarrel we had needs mending, does it mean that our love is ending? Darling, I need you. Lately I find you're out of my arms and I'm out of my mind. Let our love take wing. Some midnight, round midnight. Let the angels sing for your returning. Let our love be safe and sound when old midnight comes around. Wow, I'm just looking in the chat. Oh, thank you so much. We have some really lovely comments. Thank you, Jonathan and Dan and Jen and Mark and H.E. I think that might be Hélène. Oh, Hélène, okay. Thank you, Hélène. And Catherine and Carol and Jonathan. Oh, it's so nice to see you all. Thank you very much for joining us today. And we are if you joined us a little bit late, we are paying tribute to some of our favorite songs by African American and right now Afro-Cuban composers. I wanted to include this song because it is, I always love to feature music by women composers. And this is a piece by Maria Teresa Vera, who was a Black Cuban singer and songwriter, and she was very successful in her day, and she had an uphill battle to face prejudice as a performer with her darker skin in Cuba, and this song has become one of her signature pieces, and I actually recorded this on my most recent album called Future Perfect, and I like the sentiment of it because it really is it's a song that looks back, and it says, you know, I think we are always, on est tout le monde est sage après le coup, as we say in French. Everyone is smart in hindsight, and this is a song that looks back and says, if I could only live my youth from 20 years ago today, I wouldn't have let you go. And so that's what this song is about, and it's called Veinte años, which means 20 years ago, basically. Oh, I should check my tuning. I'm sorry, I just realized because it's so warm in here, we just have to double check.
Yeah, this weather is.
I just switched instruments.
Crazy.
That's why. Yeah, it's really humid and hot in our apartment again today. Weather keeps going up and down like a yo-yo. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. ¿Qué te importa que te ame si tú no me quieres ya? El amor que ya ha pasado no se debe recordar. Fui la ilusión de tu vida, un día lejano ya. Hoy represento al pasado, no me puedo conformar. Hoy represento al pasado, no me puedo conformar. Si las cosas que uno quiere se pudieran alcanzar, tú me quisieras lo mismo que 20 años atrás. Con qué tristeza miramos el amor que se nos va. Es un pedazo del alma que se arranca sin piedad. Es un pedazo del alma que se arranca sin piedad. Chapo yo papa ante de tuyo para da yo padwe papa liu de tuyo yo papa yam papa du ye tui papa du da wan dia du padwe da du tuyo da tui Papa dwe da papa tu dwe o papa papa yo pata dwe da papa dwe da papa dwe tu dwe. Si las cosas que uno quiere se pudieran alcanzar, tú me quisieras lo mismo que 20 años atrás. Con qué tristeza miramos un amor que se nos va. Es un pedazo del alma que se arranca sin piedad. Es un pedazo del alma que se arranca sin piedad. Oh, I love a bit of drama. Yeah, as if we haven't had enough drama right now. Oh.
Well, thank you for all the wonderful comments. So Jen says, we've mastered this way of performing. I don't think we've mastered it.
But thank you. That's so sweet of you to say.
Thank you so much.
We're constantly trying to find. We're constantly trying to find ways of preventing unexpected hiccups. And every time we think, it's a bit like a game of whack-a-mole sometimes with live streaming. You think you've got all the bases covered and then something else new, unexpected happens. But we've learned a lot. We have really learned a lot, for sure. What's our next tune?
Sophisticated.
Oh, excellent. Okay.
I'm forgetting to put titles up, but that's okay.
Uh-oh. Adrian prepared all these nice little titles for us.
So this is Sophisticated Lady, that's right, yeah?
Yeah. It's interesting. I've always loved this song. And but apparently I was reading a little bit more about when Ellington wrote this song. And it's got lyrics by Mitchell Parrish, but apparently when he wrote the song, he was thinking more about some of his teachers, some of his women teachers who taught during the school year and then toured as musicians in the summer, and he thought that that was like the height of sophistication. And then when the lyrics got added, they added a different meaning to what he was expecting to the song, but he still liked them, so he approved of them. 1, 2, 3. They say into your early life romance came, and in this heart of yours burnt a flame that flickered one day and died away. Then, with disillusion deep in your eyes, you learned that fools in love soon grow wise. The years have changed you somehow, I see you now. Smoking, drinking, never thinking of tomorrow. Nonchalant, diamonds shining, dancing, dining with some man in a restaurant. Is that all you really want? No. Sophisticated lady, I know you miss the love you had long ago, and when nobody is nigh, you cry. Smoking, drinking, never thinking of tomorrow. Nonchalant, diamonds shining, dancing, dining with some man in a restaurant. Is that all you really want? No. Sophisticated you cry. I guess
sometimes you're lost for words.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember many times being on stage, and we play some of this stuff, and then you're actually not sure what to say.
Yeah. It's beautiful music, isn't it? Yeah. Thank you for the lovely comments. Oh, Emilce Salguero. Oh, muito obrigada. This is so nice. It's so nice to see people joining in from all over the world. Oh, thank you, Tina. Tina says, you look very sophisticated today, Diane. Thank you. I wanted to dress up nicely for you guys. I always try.
And we know it's odd times in some places in the world. So for those of you who are joining us from at those odd hours, we really appreciate it. Absolutely.
I think I just want to tell you a little bit more about this next song that we're going to do, because I think, the week has been with the killing of George Floyd, and there have been so many countless other police killings, Breonna Taylor, and so many others in the U.S. In Canada, we've had many incidents similar, and Indigenous people being killed by police. So there are examples of this, and I was reading about some of the demonstrations that have been happening in Australia and the UK. These things are happening all over the world, and it's the right. I'm glad that they're being highlighted this week. So, in spite of the tragedy and the difficulty of these times, it's important that these discussions are happening, and hopefully they're going to lead to some change. This next song is one that is actually a poem by Maya Angelou, who, if you know her, you'll know that she was an amazing woman. She was an African-American poet, actress, musician, writer, activist. I mean, she accomplished so much in one lifetime that when you look at her list of activities, accomplishments, and the different professions that she held, you actually think to yourself, this must have been at least 3 different people. So truly amazing. And in the 90s, this poem was set to music by the British bassist Dave Holland. And I bought an album of his that had this song on it, and I remember listening to it obsessively way back when I was a student, and just falling in love with this song. And I never performed it because it has some unusual chord changes. And I dug it out this week and said to Adrian, we have to do this song. So we sat there and painstakingly worked out the harmony and everything for ourselves. And I hope you will enjoy it. It's a piece called Equality. And what I love about these lyrics is they work on many levels. You can see them as a reading about racial equality. You can also read them about gender equality. It has a universal theme, and I think it's a beautiful poem and some beautiful music as well.
Sound right to you?
Yeah. To see me dimly through a glass which will not shine, though I stand before you boldly, trim in rank and marking time. You do own to hear me faintly, as I whisper out of range, while my drums beat out a message, and the rhythms never change. Equality, and I will be free. Equality, and I will be free. You announce my ways are wanton, that I fly from man to man. But if I'm just a shadow to you, will you ever understand? We have lived a painful history, and we know the shameful past. But I keep on marching forward, and you keep on coming last. Equality, and I will be free. Equality, and I will be free. Take the blinders from your vision, take the padding from your ears, and confess you've heard me crying, and admit you've seen my tears. Hear the tempo so compelling, hear the blood throb through my veins. Yes, my drums are beating nightly, and the rhythms never change. Equality, and I will be free. Equality, and I will be free. And I will be free. And I will be.
Oh.
Good job, Adrian. That was
Good job,
that was a
Diane.
tough bass line to.
It's a tough piece, yeah. And,
that was beautiful music, though. I hope you agree.
It's a powerful piece of music.
It's funny because I find as a performer, when you're trying, you're trying to keep it together, always trying to keep it together, and yet trying to let the emotion flow through you to convey the emotion of the song without letting it destroy your own center. And I always find that so challenging. And it's a little bit like, I don't know, it's probably like the difference between empathy and sympathy or something like that, and it's such a fine line. And I sometimes find I can keep it together and other times I can't. And one of the songs I find so hard to sing was I Like the Sunrise, which is why we put it at the beginning so I could get it out of the way. And I thought, if I'm going to blub, then Adrian can tell the story of the song and I can take my time and and recover. Anyway, we want to... We're reaching that time when it's almost time to do our sing-along song now, but I just want to jump in here in the chat and see thank you so much, Anna, saying it's so nice to be with you tonight. We're so happy that you're sharing this this moment with us as well. It's an amazing thing to be having all these things happening at the same time. We've got the coronavirus epidemic, we've got these demonstrations, and hopefully some change coming as well. So thank you for spending your Saturday afternoon with us for this special celebration of Black music, words, and art. And we also are, what we liked so much about all these songs is that they are all by people who have strived for racial equality. And I think that is something that, it's touched all of our lives. I think Adrian has lived racism. I've lived it. Like we've all, it is something that touches many people in the different minority communities. And so I hope that this is a moment of awakening in broader society, and I hope that it's going to lead to some positive change. We try not to sort of push fundraising or anything because we know these are difficult times for people. I just want to mention once that this particular performance, we decided that we would, if people did want to donate anything, that we would encourage people to donate to the Canada. It's the Black Youth Helpline of Canada, and we've put a link in the description of this video to our Canada Helps site, and that will take you to a place where you can choose to donate to that charity if you so desire, but no pressure at all, because we do recognize these are tough times for everyone. We want to end on a positive and optimistic note, and this next piece is by a whole bunch of people. It's another Duke Ellington piece, and but also Johnny Hodges and Harry James contributed to the writing of the melody, and the lyrics are by Don George. And it's a piece, I thought it would be fun to end on something for our sing-along song that is a hopeful note. And this is a song called I'm Beginning to See the Light. And as you know, I always like to end on a sing-along song because it's good for us, our souls, and it's good for, physically, it's good for us to sing together. And so we're going to put the lyrics for this song up on the screen. If you're familiar with it, then you can start singing along right away. But I will sing it twice, once at the beginning, then we'll do a bit of soloing, and I'll sing it again in its entirety so that you have a chance to sing along with us. And is there anything you wanted to say before we close?
No, I mean just that this is a heavy show because we're doing some really significant music, but we also want to keep it a little lighthearted as well, and that's why we wanted to finish with this piece. If you guys have any questions, you want to share anything, feel free to ask us in the chat or share anything in the chat. I mean, we love connecting with you guys, and that's sort of really the thing about this that's so special.
Yeah. And we love getting your requests as well in the chat. We don't want you to think that we're ignoring them. We had actually planned, before everything started happening, we had planned some requests for this show, but we put those on a temporary hiatus when we decided we were going to prepare this program instead. But we do love getting your song requests.
Yeah, and we actually really appreciate that you guys are seeing what we're trying to do with the programming. I mean, this is the kind of program that there's so much incredible music that speaks to this topic, and so just to even choose the ones we did, that was pretty tough.
Yeah, it was hard to whittle it down to a half-hour program for sure. Yeah, there's so much great music to choose from.
Okay, so now we're going to invoke some magic, and hopefully everything goes well here.
Adrian's going to put the lyrics on the screen.
It worked.
Yay,
okay.
It worked. Excellent.
That's the power of macros for the technical folks.
Just nod when he talks like that. When he does his tech talk, just go, oh, yeah, great. Sorry. Yes, macros are wonderful.
Hey, it's all good.
It's all good.
It's all good when it works.
Yes. Like that. Mm-hmm. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. But we are no we. Die to twi, die to I never cared much for moonlit I never wink back at fireflies. But now that the stars are in my eyes, I'm beginning to see the light. I never went in for afterglow or candlelight on the mistletoe. But now when you turn the lamp down low, I'm beginning to see the light. Used to ramble through the park, shadow boxing in the dark. Then you came and caused a spark. That's a 4-alarm fire now. I never made love by lantern shine. I never saw rainbows in my wine. But now that your lips are burning mine, I'm beginning to see the light. Shabu but we that way do but we Shabu but we that will yet way papa but we that day papa do yet we that way baba be baba but we that way but we papa that do but we had a papa but we do you do. I never cared much for moonlit skies. I never wink back at fireflies. But now that the stars are in your eyes, I'm beginning to see the light. I never went in for afterglow or candlelight on the mistletoe. But now when you turn the lights down low, I'm beginning to see the light. Used to ramble through the park, shadow boxing in the dark. Then you came and caused a spark. That's a 4-alarm fire now. I never made love by lantern shine. I never saw rainbows in my wine. But now that your lips are burning mine, I'm beginning to see the light. I'm beginning to see the light. All right. Well, we've come to the end of our show with our sing-along. I hope you guys were singing along, and I hope that ultimately this has been an uplifting moment, an uplifting show for you. Thank you so much for coming on this this journey with us, and I know it's been a little bit heavier than usual, but we felt we really wanted to share these songs with you. And I guess I should point out that next Saturday we're going to have a little bit of a different timing for our live stream, because we are going to be we've been invited to be part of the Zola's Restaurant live stream series. They're doing a Saturday night jazz series, and it starts at 7 p.m. So we will put up a little reminder on my YouTube channel to let people know that the show will be at 7 p.m. And actually, we will be live streaming from my Facebook page, because that's the platform that Zola's prefers. And so I've put a link in this video's description to my Facebook page so that you will know where to go next Saturday, and hopefully it won't be too late for you. I recognize that for those of you watching from different time zones, 7 p.m. Eastern time might be a weird time for you, but you can always watch it after the fact as well.
Right.
So with that, I just wanted to thank you very much for being with us this week. And we appreciated that someone, Rhonda, sent us a nice picture last week of her computer and setup when she was watching our live stream on her deck. And I was so jealous of her beautiful deck and the beautiful view from her deck with trees in the background. So we've included that picture in our credits this week. So thank you, Rhonda, for sending us that picture. And if anyone else wants to send us a picture, please do. We'll put it in the credits.
Yeah, and it's like sometimes people say that they're having a drink while they're listening to this music,
so
which
nice.
I think is such a wonderful thing.
We love that. We love feeling.
Encourage that.
Yeah, we love feeling like we're in a jazz bar or a jazz club, and you're just sitting there having drinks with us and watching us. That's so awesome. And you'll notice Adrian has this whiz-bang way of being able to pull things from the comments into the YouTube stream this week. So that's one area that he's been researching and figuring out. So that's been fun. Thank you for figuring that out.
It worked. That's
yeah,
good.
It's good. Yeah. Okay, well, with that, I guess it's time for us to say bye and wish you a wonderful rest of the weekend. And stay safe and stay healthy. And we look forward to connecting with you next weekend.
Thanks for joining us, guys.
Thank you so much. Take care, everybody.
See you next week.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
See you next week.
Je suis émerveillée par les petites choses, le parfum d'une rose, la lune, une toile d'araignée qui brille à la lumière d'un matin ordinaire, la neige. À quoi ça sert d'attendre que l'amour fasse mon bonheur? Je gagne quand j'écoute la musique dans mon cœur. Et quand on s'émerveille des plus petites choses, c'est là que le bonheur s'annonce enfin. Je suis émerveillée par les petites choses, le parfum d'une rose, la lune, une toile d'araignée qui brille à la lumière d'un matin ordinaire, la neige. À quoi ça sert d'attendre que l'amour fasse mon bonheur? Je gagne quand j'écoute la musique dans mon cœur. Et quand on s'émerveille des plus petites choses, c'est une petite chose qui peut changer la vie. C'est là que le bonheur s'annonce enfin.